I agree with that.
But
I made an episode about that, what became fairly popular. It was called The Part That Women Always Leave Out. And a lot of guys, especially when they're younger and they're confused about women, they ask women, like, what are you looking for? And they'll say things like, oh, I want somebody kind, and I want somebody who's generous, and I want somebody who's interested in having a family. And the guy will listen to these things and kind of nod and be like, okay, well, I'm a nice guy, I'm kind, and I'm willing to have a family, and I could be generous and share the things that I have. And they go out and they really try to highlight those things because they're kind of taking on good faith that that's what the women are going to respond to sexually, and they're generally in for a rude awakening, because I think the part that women tend to leave out is that they want all those things, but they want those things from the men they are attracted to.
Ah, the silence in the room. Men think that by highlighting those qualities, women will be attracted to them. Unfortunately, that's not what happens because there are many more nuances involved in attraction. The red pill has simplified this for us. Looks, money, status, frame, and game. Those are the general guidelines for attracting women. But like most things, there are a million other ways these can work. Basically, you can't base your dating decisions to what women say. It's either incomplete or completely false. This is Jack Denmo asking random strangers for dating advice.
I was looking for some dating advice. I wanted to ask a girl because
good advice is always just be yourself and be considerate of people's feelings.
That's the quintessential bad dating advice. Be yourself. If the guy is looking for advice, that means he's not happy with being himself because he's not getting enough success, or none at all.
Now, obviously, Jack here isn't actually asking for advice. He's just playing a prank. But the point stands. If a depressed person comes to you asking how not to be depressed, you're not going to tell them you're fine just the way you are.
Oh, hey girl, what's going on? Are you just laying in your bed? On your phone? Get up, bitch! Stop being lazy! Get out of your bed! Put on makeup! Go out! Go be a whore! Go be a slut! You're only gonna be this young once! You're only gonna be this hot once! 3 rules! Manifest, manipulate, medicate! It's simple! Go do it! Now!
Only a woman could make a video like this. What you're seeing right now, that is a uniquely female behavior. She's making awful life choices, she's acting self-destructive, and she's actively shaming other women for not joining her. She's trying to recruit women to join her in her choices, and that's
When men make terrible choices, we tend to isolate ourselves.
As if it's a shameful thing. That's because deep down, we know that our value as human beings is tied to our usefulness. However, with women, it's the complete opposite. They tend to share and some even become more social, as if to reassure themselves that they're still accepted within the group, even though they're not living up to their potential. And that, boys, is why self-improvement is almost non-existent with women. If a woman is going through a breakup, what are the common choices she's going to do? It's usually just a few. Hoe around, be indifferent, or hang around with their girls. With men, it's very different.
Here's a good one. What does it mean when she puts "it's complicated" on her profile? That usually means one of several things. Could be that she's still living with her boyfriend because her lease hasn't expired, or they're waiting to sell the condo. Could mean she's living with her husband. Could mean any number of things. But what it really means is she's going to complicate the shit out of your life if you invite her into it. So if you see "it's complicated," friends with benefits, that's it. Until the complication or the entanglement, remember the whole Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith thing? The entanglement, it's complicated, same shit.
I absolutely agree with this. Most women are masters at complicating things. My advice, just steer clear of women who have complicated lives. They're full of drama, or their medicine cabinets are.
Here's the other thing too, like this really pisses me off about girls, that girls are so stupid with this. If I'm out with a girl, right? Let's say someone grabs your handbag and runs away. I'm supposed to chase him down and beat his, right? Ladies?
Yep.
I mean,
Right?
it depends on the purse.
defend you.
Let's say we're at the club and someone grabs your ass or does some shit to you, right? I'm supposed to defend you, right?
I throw an elbow.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm supposed to do something
Square,
for
yeah.
you, right? Someone
Yeah.
breaks into the house. I'm supposed to go ahead and just go handle it, right? What if, in some weird dream world, I said you had to tell me to do that? How would that make you feel?
That's why I divorced.
Like you.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What if you had to tell me to defend you? How would that make you feel?
Not good.
like you're not the one.
Okay.
Like you don't care about me enough to defend me without me telling you to.
Fantastic. What about you?
You're not a man.
Fantastic. What about you?
Yeah, like Masha said, I shouldn't have to tell you.
So why the fuck should I have to tell you to stop acting like a hoe, going to the club, keeping your Instagram
No, it
up,
makes
dressing
sense.
like a whore, etc.? Easy to me how women expect men to just get it, do what they're supposed to do, adhere to their masculine burn performance. But women, on the other hand, oh, you don't like me going to the club with my friends? You don't like me talking to my exes? You're insecure. Oh my God. It's like I have to do what's right all the time, but I have to tell you to do your fucking job?
We all
That's
have to do what's
crazy.
right. We all-
But boys, please don't try and pick fights just because your lady is getting hit on by other men. If you're in the freaking club, that is what's going to happen. Anyway, Myron nailed it again with his point. Men still know what to do even in this modern age. The standards that are being held against us since the dawn of civilization have changed, whereas the opposite is true for women.
But you're missing, the point is that men do what they're supposed to do. Women
Most.
don't do what they're supposed to do. But
Some women do.
Some women.
well,
some
here's
men.
the thing. But if I tell girl, like, here's the thing. If I say openly, hey, if you have a man at home, right, it's cheating for you to be showing your ass on the internet. If you have a guy that's taking you seriously, but a lot of girls will be like, well, what are you talking about? That's insecure. And I'm like, that's crazy to me because if something happened where there was danger prevalent, the guy would have to be able to sacrifice himself for you, and he's not going to ask you, oh, do you think I should go ahead and defend?
It comes naturally with men. Women, not so much. It's even made controversial now that if you call out your girl for spending time in the club, you're labeled as insecure.
And they want me to apologize. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. For me joking about those big old women down in San Antonio. Oh, y'all can write letters to your mama, your daddy, your uncle. I'm gonna have fun on television. You know that I'm joking around, but if y'all waiting on me to apologize, hell gonna freeze over.
Charles Barkley hilariously makes running jokes about how big women are from San Antonio. Take a look at these.
Woman ain't from here. They flew her in from Dallas. Hey, those girls are not from San Antonio. I bet you couldn't do that to them big ass women in San Antonio. Oh.
Yup, that's hilarious. It's funny how they're sending him complaint letters though, as if that would change anything. Man, women will do anything besides exercise.
That guys do that's hot as f, and they probably don't even realize it's hot. When they run their fingers through their hair and...
What have we mentioned before? These are qualities that women want in men that they already find attractive. What women say they want and what they actually want are completely different things.
Oh, she's going! Dad! Please don't.
You can tell that the guy hasn't lost his balls in the marriage. Well, at least, not yet.
Men with no hose. Where are you? What are you?
Again, these are the traits that they only want to observe with the men they already pre-selected. It doesn't apply to the majority of men.
She bullshit. Say you lying. Say lying. Stop lying.
You lying. Yeah. I got one body though. You was just a virgin, now you got one body.
What? You really can't trust what women say. It's not that they're lying, they're just leaving a lot of details. I could argue that she has one body because that's all the boyfriend she had, or that's the only person she had a serious relationship with. She would change the goalpost to accommodate what she's saying. I'll give you an example. A woman might say, oh, I only had one boyfriend. And then you'll learn that throughout high school, she dated a couple of guys. She'll say in high school, it isn't considered because she was too young then. Some bullcrap like that. Moving the goalpost. Remember that once you hear something surprising from a woman.
Hard?
It's heavy.
What type?
I like guys that don't like me. And when they start liking me, I don't like them. And it's really sad.
It is sad. Her hypergamy has associated someone's adoration with something negative. So now, she's going around chasing guys who don't really like her. Hell yeah! Keep going, boys! With enough dedication and hard work, things can easily change within a year. If you don't like your situation, remember that everything is your responsibility. I know that's hard to hear, but bear with me. If everything is your responsibility, including the things you hate that are happening to you, that just means you also have full control and power to change everything. Adopt responsibility. That's the key.
Everybody's always talking about, oh, I want a man, I want a man. I got this cute ass blazer at the thrift store thinking I look good as hell. And then I come out of the bathroom, he was like, you look like you just won the Masters.
In general, men value the content more versus the context. This is why women will sometimes find guys who are busting each other's balls a little too wild, aggressive, or offensive.
Because I'm a man and I tell you
Oh my God.
what I like.
See,
oh,
this
you
is
a
narcissistic and y'all don't even see it. He's taking control and making it about him again.
So you don't want a man that's in control. That's what you're saying. So a man that's in control is a narcissist. I think that's one of the biggest failures of relationships. Just because your man have structure and he's in order, he knows what he want, he's a narcissist. If he don't see stuff your way.
You can tell she almost became attracted to him near the end. People have skewed this nowadays. A man who has control over the relationship will almost always make it structured. Men are demonized into beings that only know how to oppress. Do you really think a man who wakes up at 4 a.m. to haul trash or dig coals in a mine works 16 hours a day thinking, oh, I'm working here so I can suppress that bitch at home? No, they're doing back-breaking work so they can provide structure and protection.
Alright, if I block this, you gotta send you a booty pic.
Men really make the most ridiculous and hilarious shit, huh? Nah, they both like digging trash. On a serious note though, if you want companionship, get a dog. Or in this case, a raccoon. Women are not great at that.
Could he possibly like me more than his girlfriend? And could I possibly be dumb to think that it's more than
What gender are you asking this question to? He might absolutely like you more than his girlfriend. That do not mean he want to be with your. That don't mean he's ever intending to wife your. Because your girl can get on your goddamn nerves, but I still know this who I want to be with. She's just getting on my nerves right now, and I don't like her. I love her though, but I happen to like you. In the midst of my difficulty with my partner, you was willing to squeeze yourself in. You didn't even try to take up space. You was willing to fit into my life exactly the way I needed you to fit in.
The crowd is wild, but the women are probably snarking. That's because men can openly cheat and still love their wives, girlfriends, or whatevers. The opposite is true for women. Anyway, that's all the time we have for you boys. Thanks for watching.